Hello my Wolfpack and welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon Competitive Guide video. So today we're covering Chandelure. Now this is an update video for Chandelure, basically because Chandelure has got access to a new move in the Isle of Armor update. Now, there is a previous video that I have put out. They have some slightly different sets, so if you would like to go and check that out, please do go and look at the card that's up in the corner. Obviously I'd recommend you do that at the end of the video because you might as well watch the free sets that I've got here today. Also, whilst I'm doing a bit of plugging, if you could like the video and subscribe to the channel, it would be absolutely fantastic and it would really help me out. Okay, so let's jump in. The first set I have for Chandelure is a Choice Scarf set. Now, Chandelure responds quite well to a Choice Scarf. Base 80 speed is a very good kind of like Scarf range to have. Typically, like between 80 and 95, I think is a very good Scarf speed. But having the Scarf speed allows for Chandelure to outspeed just a few more things, and because it's got such high special attack at base 145, it could definitely do a very good late game sweep. Now, ability-wise, we've got a couple of choices for abilities here. We've got Flame Body. Now, Flame Body has a 30% chance to burn a Pokemon that makes contact with you. You've also got Flash Fire, so if you're hit by a Fire-type attack, you have the immunity to Fire, as well as your Fire-type attacks doing 1.5 times damage. And you also have Infiltrator, so if anything has set up Safeguard, Light Screen, Aurora Veil, or Substitute or anything, you go behind that, you bypass those, it doesn't matter what they've set up. So Infiltrator can be a very handy ability. I've had it actually come in handy a lot of times before, actually. So I said actually way too many times there. But move-wise, let's go on to here. We've got Burning Jealousy. Now, Burning Jealousy is the new move that Chandelure has got access to. It's a base 70 power Fire-type attack. It's not the most powerful move in the world, but if a Pokemon has had a stat rise this turn, you can get a burn on them. So that can work very, very nicely for you. You could possibly do, if you've got any Pokemon that's trying to set up, then you can definitely predict that. I know it's a bit of a difficult move to predict with, but it can be used. And as well, you could use, there's a move that raises the special attack, but also confuses the Pokemon, and I can't remember what it is. It's the opposite of Swagger. It might be Flatter. I'm not 100% off the top of my head, and I don't know if it's actually even in the game. This has just popped into my head, but that could potentially be a double strat for Burning Jealousy to work, but we will see. We've then got Shadow Ball, which is a powerful stab, ghost-type attack, hits a variety of different Pokemon, and finally Energy Ball. Excuse me. It hits things like Water types, and Rock types, and Ground types for super effective damage. All three of those are very annoying Pokemon. They're very annoying. They're very annoying types for Chandelure because it is weak to them. Finally, I've put Trick on here. Now, Trick can be really effective because you can put a Choice Scarf on something that is not going to respond well to a Scarf. So let's say it's a defensive Pokemon. Typically, they don't want to have Scarfs in them. Or if it's a very slow Pokemon, sometimes you can actually put yourself in a bad situation. I've seen several matches where a Choice Scarf has been tricked onto the opposing Pokemon, and that opposing Pokemon has managed to sweep because it's got that speed. So it is something to consider, but you definitely can use Trick on here as well, and you can sometimes get a really good item in response as well. EV's gone for max special attack and max speed with a timid nature, so more speed, less attack, and 4 EVs in special defense. You definitely could go for the modest nature if you wanted to. It's entirely up to you what you do decide to go for there, modest or timid. It's just based on what your speed tiers are already looking like. The second Chandelure set I have is more of a specially defensive set. Now, we have base 90 in our defense and special defense, which actually is relatively okay. It's not amazing, but it's relatively good. It means you can live a couple of hits, but base 60 HP is a little bit of a downer. We've got leftovers on here, and again, Flame Body is the ability, so the opportunity to burn Pokemon, which can be very handy. Obviously, if you're going for like the toxic idea, you might want to go for something like Flash Fire, so it gives you that flamethrower a little bit of a boost and doesn't risk burning the opposing Pokemon. We've got Taunt. Now, Taunt is really effective in essentially not slowing down Pokemon, but I'm trying to think ways, stopping Pokemon from setting up or recovering or stuff like that. So Taunt can be really effective in that use. We've got Toxic, which is really good for racking up damage on walling Pokemon, as well as setup sweepers. Either they then get limited on the amount of time that they have to sweep you, or the amount of time, the amount that they can actually set up. So Toxic can be really effective in that sense. You can stop setup sweepers quite quickly We've got Pain Split as allowing us to have some form of recovery, essentially. It allows for us to maintain our health as well as possible. Obviously, don't use it on a Pokemon that's very low on health because you're then benefiting them, not you. And finally, I've gone for Flamethrower. You could go for Shadow Ball if you wanted to. I just decided to go for Flamethrower. It's just an attacking move to have on there, nice, powerful, and it's boosted by Stab. So Flamethrower or Shadow Ball are probably your choices there. EV's gone for max HP and max special defense with a calm nature, so more special defense, less attack, and 4 EVs and special attack. You could go max defense with a bold nature if you wanted to, but I think the max special defense just works ever so slightly better because you probably could get a much better defensive wall. And moving on to our last Chandelure. Now this is a Dynamax set. Basically, I've put leftovers on here. You don't have to have leftovers at all. You could have Choice Scarf, Red Cards, Choice Band, not Choice Band, Choice Specs, any assortment of berries. You could even have Weakness Policy. So many different options you can have. Possibly even like Air Balloon might work or something like that. Possibly even a Heat Rock if you're going for like the Flamethrower, setting up the Sun, and you're having Chlorophyll users in your team. So lots and lots of different items that you can actually use on this effectively when Dynamaxing. Now again, I've gone for Flash Fire as the ability. You can go for any of the 3 here. Honestly, they're all 3 of them are really good abilities, so it's up to you what you want to go for. When you Dynamax, you've got Clear Smog, which turns into Max Ooze, increasing up your special attack. Now if you can get 1, 2, or 3 Razors on there, that's going to work very nicely for you. You've got Flamethrower, which is a powerful fire type attack. Obviously it boosts up it sets up the Sun. Obviously that will boost the fire type attacks a little bit as well, and as I said, Chlorophyll users will benefit from it. And also Solar Power Pokemon as well. You've got Shadow Ball, which typically you probably won't use when you're Dynamax. I think it lowers something on the opposing Pokemon. It might be defense, might be special defense, it might be special. No, it's not special attack. I don't know what it is. I'm not going to even try and work out. But I think it lowers special defense or something. But Shadow Ball, probably not going to use it when you're Dynamax unless it's like obviously a super effective attack. And then you've got Psychic. If you want to set up the Psychic terrain, you definitely can. And that will allow for you to stop any priority moves, specifically things like Sucker Punch, which can be a massive pain, or even Shadow Sneak. Both of those can be awful for you. So if you can set up that Psychic terrain with your kind of like mediocre speed, stops any priority from being any problems, essentially. If you go for the Choice Scarf set as well, I definitely recommend that. EV's gone for max special attack and max speed with a timid nature, so more speed, less attack, and 4 EVs in special defense. You could go for the modest again if you wanted to. Anyways, that is all for today, so I hope you enjoyed this. If you have, please do like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Anyways, I'm out of here. So have a good one, and I'll see you soon.